Why does this keep on happening to me? I'm fucking cursed and my shit goes whack all the time. I can't believe this keeps happening to me. I think it might also be because my work VPN was on. So it kept disrupting my connection. And I want to go and fucking cry. I am so angry. I can't believe this keeps happening. Anyway. Yeah, I like men more than women, but the Hannah anime OP, let's go. Yeah, it'd be like, oh man, life is hard. I wanna go cry, but I gotta do shit. And then a bunch of dramatic cuts of me attempting to make, just searching for the cream cheese in my fridge for like 5 minutes straight. And then eventually finding it. That's the entire opening scene. There's just a little like montage of me searching for my cream cheese because I constantly lose it. And I got really angry the other day because my sister put it in the very back of the fridge. And I don't know why I was telling that story. Oh no. Oh. Yeah, the cream cheese arc. Oh my god. Oh, this is kind of random, but I don't really like, oh no, what was, I almost got it, sorry, ADHD, my phone did a thing, and I was like, huh? Right, I don't really like slice of life anime or whatever too much, but I always thought it would be kind of fun to make a comic that was called, like, My Boyfriend is the Yokai King. And, that's pretty much the end of my thought. That's the beginning and the end of my thought right there, I'm pretty sure. Because I just thought it'd be fun that, cause, you know, I don't know if people know, Hataraku Mao-sama. Oh, I don't know what the English, the devil is a part-timer, I think that's what it was. I love that anime, and so I thought it'd be so fun if there's like a full yokai version of it. I probably won't do it because I ended up using the yokai character for like one of my other characters in Hyphoria. So yeah, but I thought it'd be fun because I really like yokai and I'm very interested in them. Yokai are very cool, right? My favorite one, I mean, everyone likes the kitsune and the tengu and stuff. But the jorogumo, I think that's what they're called. The spider women, they're fucking cool. Super cool. Yeah, that's basically it. That's what I want. It's just really fun. Cause that's actually how, Saint, oh no, what was it called? False Saint Street, Fate, whatever. Okay, Arzuna, you go to sleep, okay? Don't suffer too much. I hope you don't suffer. I'll see you later, man. Thanks for dropping by. It's appreciated. Get some shut-eye, homie. I'm like... Samurai Usagi. Oh, I'll have to check that out. How did I figure about yokai? I think I learned about yokai from playing Okami. Because a lot of the bosses are inspired by, yokai. And I think maybe Norakami might have inspired it too. I don't know. That's cool. I think I also learned about the kappa and I hated it so much that I was just like looking up other other yokai because I'm like, surely they're not all as upsetting as the kappa, right? And if people ever try telling me the kappa is cute, I'm suing because I hate them. They actually like, they make me so uncomfortable and nervous. And for what? Oh no. Why doesn't technology like me today? What did I do? What did I do? That would be really cool. I would love to do that. Honestly, like, okay, the thing is, I know that even if I pitched my Hyphoria stuff, it probably wouldn't get picked up in the first place because no one knows who I am. I don't have any history of being a showrunner or anything. But even if it magically somehow did get picked up, right? I would be so scared of not having creative control of it. So that's like the thing that I think about because, like, you know, anything could happen. So I could magically actually get shit picked up. Highly doubt it. But if I magically did, I would be like, oh my god, but like Netflix or like whatever like streaming service you bring it to, they're gonna have rules and they're gonna say yes and no to stuff, right? So I'm like, no gods, no masters. Leave me alone. Let me do my own thing. So like it's really cool to think of having a show or something, and it's a lot of work to make it an indie thing, but it's better in my point of view to make it an indie thing and make it its own thing, and then maybe magically one day it gets picked up. And then they can't really deviate away from what it is already, you know? Yeah, exactly. And like, I'm not really looking for money out of my characters. I just want to like tell their story, you know? And I want to explain my world and show it off because like I am proud of it and I work like pretty hard on it, and I'm always thinking about it in one way or another. Like when I go to bed, I'm trying to think of like either plot holes or new things to add, or like whenever I'm experiencing anything. That sounds so dumb. Whenever like I'm watching shows and stuff, I'm like, oh, could I maybe like incorporate something similar to this into Hyphoria? You know, I'm always like kind of thinking about it. So I want to share it with people when I'm ready and when I think it's in a good place and stuff. But you know, it's kind of tricky because a lot of it's also like, do I have enough time to do it? And do I have the attention span? Do I have the money to like pay people to help me and stuff? So it's a lot, and it makes me really anxious to think about all the steps that go into it. But with making it an audiobook, with like ideally with visual aid, I'm not going to like tell myself to 100% do it because it's very overwhelming to think about. But it's just gonna be just like some cutesy little like Arknights inspired like sort of like tweening shit and zooming in and out, just After Effects simple stuff that I know how to do. If I just think of it like that, and that it's optional, and that at least the story is getting out there with the audiobook version that I can just like fucking put on my YouTube and like call it a day, I'm happy. Like I'm good with that, you know? And it's not as overwhelming. Oh my god. Oh, thank you, man. Yeah, the idea of like people like making fan art of the characters or like fan fiction, I'm just like, absolutely. Like that makes me so excited, man. Like strangely, I didn't really feel it when Dragon Prince came out and people were drawing fan art. I was like, oh cool, but like I thought it would be a lot more exciting than it was. Maybe that sounds horrible, but that's kind of the truth. I was like, oh, this is kind of like, it's not as like groundbreaking as I thought it would be. Maybe it's just because I've been like in fandom spaces for so long that I'm kind of just like, I don't feel much. But yeah, it's a little surprising. But when people like say they like my OCs, or they're just like, oh, like I'd love to see you draw your OCs more often, I'm just like, oh, thank you. Yeah. I think that's probably exactly it, because they're not actually my babies, you know? As much as I say, like, oh, this character's my baby, I love this character, blah, 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 all I did was draw the character. I didn't make that character, you know? I can't really take credit for that character 100%. But then like with like Lottie here or like Felix or someone, I'm just like, yeah, this is my baby, like through and through. Like I made this baby. I've taken care of them and molded them and changed them and developed them all these years into the character they are now. And I wrote them like everything is about like I did everything and I'm very proud of it. And so when people are like, I appreciate all the shit that you did for your baby, I'm just like, thank you for appreciating my babies the way that I appreciate them. I love them. Am I adorable? Or do I just act like a petulant child? That is the true question. But yeah, it is much different. Thank you! Wow! Honestly, like, part of me is kind of like, I wish I'd become a writer. Because I love world building and all the stories and all of these things and multifaceted. Thank you. That is my entire existence. But yeah, I love world building and like creating like stories and narratives and stuff. So like, oh my god, freaking Alchemist Fire is getting like a total rework. I don't like where it started because I realized I don't like stories where they have to how to explain. I want to just like fucking hit the ground running, you know? I want to just go. I don't want to sit there, explain shit. I don't want to lore dump. I just want to go. And you can learn the lore on the way. They'll talk about shit, but in a more organic way. And so I'm trying to like figure it out, you know? Because like I think that's kind of just inspired by how Dark Souls and Hades and Bloodborne all were. Because you don't really get an explanation. Like, sure, Dark Souls, you get like a lore dump at the beginning, but you're just kind of like, I don't know what the fuck they're on about. But then after that, you just hit the ground running and you figure out the lore from there. Like, I'm inspired by that, but it's kind of hard to translate that into different media that's not a video game where you can't just pause and read an item description. So I'm trying to figure out how to approach Alchemist Fire because I don't want to sit there and set it up. So thanks, Ming. Yeah, 100%. Like, I've read a lot of Lovecraft stuff. And I think just my preferred way to engage with a story is to just go, you know? I don't like the build-up. I don't want to sit there and fucking twiddle my dick this entire time waiting for something cool to happen. I just want to go, you know? And I feel like so many stories just, like, waste a lot of time just being like, hey, well, he likes her, but she likes him, but she doesn't like the other guy. It's a love triangle, but not really. Like, I don't fucking care, because this probably won't even matter later. Yeah, I don't like traditional fantasy. I think part of it is also just because that's kind of like the grandfather of modern fantasy, quote unquote modern fantasy, are all those like are the staples of like Lord of the Rings, Game of Thrones. Like those were the fantasy books, right? And then everyone loved them, so everyone recreates them. Even Dragon Prince, the amount of like Game of Thrones, Lord of the Rings references, Avatar Last Airbender, like amount of references, sickening. I don't want to see it, you know? Like, let's make something new. Let's not lean on anything else. And I fucking, like, I love lore as well. But I want to be able to experience it in an organic and kind of interesting way. Because, like, in Bloodborne, whenever I got a new item, I picked that shit up, I read what it would do, and then I'd read the flavor text that's on it. And I'd be like, oh, dang. And whenever I play Magic the Gathering, there's flavor text on all the cards. I'd pause and read it and then try and figure out what's happening in the card. Because lore is like, it's what makes things interesting, honestly. And so when people are like, I don't like stories in games, I'm like, I think the story is just being presented to you in an ill-fitting way. Because I don't think stories are always handled the best in games. They have Narnia? Why do they have Narnia? Oh my god. You remember, I remember in my youth, whenever someone was like, where are you going? You'd be like, I'm going to Narnia, or something like that. Those were the good old days. Life was simpler when I was a little baby. Wow, very powerful. Look at this uniting of nations. If only the real world could be moved to do something like that. So beautiful. Oh. And I do have... I showed this yesterday on stream, but Leo didn't see it. So... Alchemist Fire. No, wait, that's the wrong one. Hyphoria. Outline. Yeah, Bloodborne lore feels great. It's so good, and it feels so exciting, and just like, I can't wait to find the next item. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, this is like the overview of the entire series and world, and it's I'm not done. Sure, there's 22 pages, but I'm not done. There's only Han Fen is really fleshed out, but even stuff here changed. And yeah, I'm stumped. I don't know if I'll make it public or anything, but it's here. I think maybe if I do open a Discord thing, like, I'll probably like unleash it there. But yeah, I have so much random shit for Hyphoria, man. Horrible. Oh my goodness. Yeah. It's just has like there's so much lore. It's just, again, it gets overwhelming because I'm like, oh well, I think like there's this part that I want to jump to, but then I'm like, well, you have to go through all the other parts to get there first. So and then it just kind of goes in circles like that, and I'm like, Kung Pao chicken is so delicious. I love it so much. I don't have some of the ingredients though, so I improvise really hard. But it's so good. The peanuts are so good. Because there's this place that I used to go to called, I don't know what it's called actually. The Sandbar, I think. It's kind of fancy, but they have like Kung Pao shrimp. And I died every time. It was so delicious, man. Kung Pao chicken too. Oh my god, it's so delicious. I could eat chicken all day. Yeah, I am very glad. I know, we'll see. Because my problem with Discord servers is I'll join, I'll be active for like 2 days, and then I just won't say anything ever again, even if it's my own server. So that's like my only like thing that's kind of stopping me from doing that. But you know, it is what it is. Okay, but anyway, I think I'm gonna end the stream here. I'm getting really tired and I'm hungry, so I'm probably gonna go make some hash browns and eat carbs and probably more trail mix. And I was gonna fold laundry, but I don't really want to anymore. So I'm gonna go be an annoying petulant child elsewhere. Yeah, thank you guys for coming to stream. I know that having them like back to back, like one yesterday, one today, it's kind of egregious, but you know what? Whatever. I fuck around. I do all the things, and probably won't stream tomorrow because I have to give my voice a break again. But yeah, thank you guys. Yeah, thank you guys for coming. It's nice to chat with y'all, and I'm glad that you had fun. So hopefully I'll see you again in the future. And yeah, have a good night or day, or you know, whatever's going on. And yeah. It is nice to talk with you too. Okay, I'm very tired. I have to pee as well.
Oh, thank you, homie. Yeah, I will definitely stream later this week and I will tweet about it. Okay, everybody go take care. I just knocked over a bottle of water. Oh shit. Okay, I'll see you guys.